Well, you know what this sad music means. And what this truck pulled up here means we need to sell a horse. Oh, it's a tough time. Every time we go in to do this. Sorry, Kermit the Smog. Not quite up to $4,500, but what we're looking at here is Smogdor's about to have a baby. I can't see it on the screen. Smogdor's about to have a baby. I don't want another Pinto. I want a Palomino. So if we sell Smogdor now, the next horse to be born is a Palomino. So there you go. Sorry, Smogdor, you're gone. Select and move to trailer. Yes, the sadness is ensued. That is just the way it goes here on the farm. We train our horses up to get them off to a nice family. And that's exactly what's going to happen with Smogdor. Let's head over to the animal dealer. Here we are at the animal dealer. Smogdor, happy knowing you. If you, on happier notes, if you have a name for a horse, we've got at least one horse right now that needs a name, and then we're going to have another one born real soon. So let's do that and sell Smogdor for $4,300. Yes. Okay. There we go. That's always a tough time, but alas, that is what happens, as I said, on the farm. And we are going to move on to happier stuff. We've got a few things we need to sell here in September, and then we're moving on to August. Or is August? Is August after September? No. October is definitely after September. So we're going to move on to that month instead of August. And there's big things happening in October. Wagon. We are going to sell a wagon, hopefully. Welcome to the Vanilla Challenge. We built the wagon builder. I regret the purchase, but we're going to find out how much we get for each wagon real soon. Well, on to quasi-happiness, I guess. Happy that we are going to make a little bit of money right now. There's a peak price for goat's milk in September. Let's take a look here real quick. Boom, and we got prices. Goat's milk is down here with a G. Goat milk right here. Yep, high in September, $31.29. It's fine. Good. We'll do this right now. And the sadness part of this is we just don't have that much goat milk. Part of the reason is we sell the animals as we're going now, so we don't get as much milk because we sell some of them. And we make a little bit of money off that anyway. So there you go. We're $17,000 there. We'll take that. Absolutely, we'll take that. We're taking every little penny we can get our grubby little hands on. And one little bit of happiness, question mark, before we go to October. This is going to be, I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm happy to do it this way. This tree farm is beautiful. And I'm just not convinced that we're going to last a whole year with the amount of trees I planted here. And the other area that we planted up on top of the hill is a little bit smaller. So I'm not sure that we're in a good spot here for not doing any deadwood contracts whatsoever. But it is what it is. The good news is that worked out perfect. Having the lumber semi-truck right there worked out slick. It's a lot closer, and it's out of the way of pulling our logs in, and we're hitting the back. Don't look. It's fine. I've done some sorting. I just kind of load as we go. How are we doing over there? It's not a completely full load, but, in October, I'll probably get another full load in. And, what's really going to be nice is once we go to October, we are going to be able to sell a wagon, I think. I think it should just auto sell once we get to October, I hope. Let's go take a look at the wagon builder so we see the before and see what happens once we get that thing sold off. Money-wise, we'll see what percentage is at. I think it's at it's at 80% right now. So let's go take a look at that after we get this wood in here, just for reference. Busy Beaver board. Oh, golly. All right, 47,000 liters in there. Let's put this in, and boink, and now we have 87. So that was 40,000 liters. That's not too bad. That wasn't a bad load. That was 7 trees. So I could do the math on whether or not that's going to work out well or not, but I'm not going to. How about that? I don't want to do math. I just want to be surprised. Here we go. Let's visit the wagon builder before we head to October. We're at 85%, so this should finish overnight, I'm thinking. We'll see. There it looks right now. It's looking beautiful. This is thank you to Kermit the Smog, by the way, for the name. We've got Thelonious, as you can see in the lower right, Thelonious Little Red Cochette. which is an homage to my Minneapolis area home. And because of Prince. Prince had Little Red Corvette. And that song was recorded about 5-6 miles away from my house. So there you go. All right, let's move on. All right, is it time? I do believe it's time to head to the next day. Should I? No, before we do, sorry. I'm going to update you on what I did between episodes. I got the canola field is herbicided. Should we go look at it? It is a beautiful field, and you may have heard my phone clank in the background because I have a list of stuff to talk about. How about that? We're almost done, though. I ran the horses, I herbicided the canola, and I put more wood in the sawmill. There, that list is done. You can see dead weeds in here, but there's our canola. Beautiful as ever. Good. There it is. We've updated. We're moving on now for sure. Bring and visit. There we go. And October, here we go. We got to pay attention to the upper right-hand corner of the screen to see how much a wagon gets us. Okay, I'm nervous. How much is this possibly going to be? I'm nervous. It didn't give us anything yet. Oh, no. Nothing yet. Oh, man. All right, let's go look. It's going to be soon. It has to be soon. It has to be this episode. It has to be. These take forever. That's not good. Hello, Wagon. Little Red Coachette, you're still here. We're at 95%. And rope, it has a little bit to get through. Fabric, okay. So throughout the episode here, we're gonna just keep taking. I'll do it on my own. We'll take a look at the progress there and see what happens. All right, so there we go. What else we have to do? Let's look at the used gear sale first of all. We like to do that, but we're not gonna. Is this a? Oh, this is a forage. I thought this was the mower. I didn't see the mowing things on the side. I'm like, that's kind of weird. No, we're not going to get a forage harvester. I wish we were going to get a forage harvester. That would be super nice, but we want the big mower is what we want. And we're going to replace the MacDon once we get the big mower. These two logging deals, definitely not a necessity right now. Okay, there we go. And we have soybeans to get to, I think. Let's look at the map. See what we're on growth. Nope, we're going to wait one more month on that. And then, yep, soybeans need to come up. So we're going to finish up the soybeans this episode. And, yeah, and then cotton should be good. Yep, we're not going to do that this episode. That is going to be between episodes. And then we'll probably finish it up on episode 117. So there you go. Let's grab our combine and get into the soybean field. We got our beautiful case harvester here. And we are ready to go. Boom. Ooh, I watched an interesting YouTube video today by, I think it was Wendover Productions, and it was a year old. I just hadn't seen it yet. It was about how big technology is taking over farming. That was a super interesting video. If you're interested in something about like that, then go check out Wendover. He does a lot of videos, a lot of geopolitical stuff, and not politics, but geopolitical stuff and other things like that. I think channels like Wendover and Real Life Lore are real good about drawing the line between politics and reporting on different geopolitical things, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I don't know if it does or not, but I do enjoy both of theirs. Sometimes the videos get a little long for me, but this was a good one. There's a lot of it about John Deere, kind of the history of John Deere, which we're in a case, but and how they are becoming a tech company as opposed to a machinery company. Very interesting. Wendover, I think is what it was. Anyways, they do talk about precision farming as well. But let's talk about soybeans. Yes, here we are in our soybean field. This is not going to be enough soybeans for what we want to do, I don't think. We'll see. The main thing we're going to do with these soybeans now is make fish food. We have found out through a blog post that I've talked about this in stream a lot, but I haven't talked about it in the videos. If you're only a video watcher, awesome. Love you. Thanks for watching. And we talked about it in the streams. Fish food coming in the new expansion requires flour, oil, and soybeans. So, hang on. We got a tragedy in the works here. Okay, so I thought maybe this was going to happen. I send this back on a worker. I sent it back up. I thought that maybe this was going to happen. So what we need to do, okay, hopefully we can get this moved. Let's set destination, and our canola's over here. Could get trampled. A worker won't trample it though, so let's see if we can get this thing moved over here. I don't want to enter the vehicle because then it's going to trample. Okay. It's going across the field. I'm okay with that because I'm not trampling. Let's follow it. I just don't want my crop trampled. Oh boy. High drama here. Oh boy. I thought that maybe that was going to happen. That was the first time I've ever tried to get the worker to go over into the farm area like that. Usually it doesn't work. I thought, ooh, maybe it'll right there. Okay, let's cancel it. Cancel right there. Cancel job. Just cancel. Just stop. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, I cleared it up from there. Wow. Okay, high drama. Didn't expect that to happen. We got it solved with the crop intact, which is a very good thing. All right, let's just keep. I don't even know what I was talking about. I got so distracted. Oh, fish food. Yes. So we're gonna do the fish food at some point. November 4th. I am going to be home, so I will be streaming. Hopefully that day. Depends on when the game comes out. And we're going to be getting the Highland cattle right away because that's super easy and cheap. So we'll do that. Put them into Beef Boulevard. And then we're going to start looking at the fishing stuff. That's just a flower on the side, I guess. That's not a soybean, is it? No. We're going to be looking at the aquaculture stuff. Hopefully that little area opens up. I pray that it does. And then we'll have to use fish food right away. But then we're going to know exactly the ingredients because they only said oil and flour. So I don't know what kind of oil does that mean? What kind of flour does that mean? Can we use rice oil and rice flour? Probably not. I don't know. So we got to figure all that out. And we're going to be buying the oil mill and the flour mill real soon. So we can get that stuff going. And then, of course, we can put all sorts of stuff into there. And shortly after, we got to start buying some land. We are really land strapped right now, especially if we buy the oil and the flour mill. We need to get those things going huge, as well as the canning factory. So anyways, let's keep it going on the soybeans. And we'll see you in just a few seconds. Some other interesting thoughts on the aquaculture is Farmer Donkey brought this up during a stream, and we were just joking around that maybe you need fish oil to make the fish food. We're not going to get deep into that Things got pretty dark for a second there in the stream, but either way, I got to thinking, what if fish oil is a thing, and you would make that at the oil mill, right? So maybe getting the oil mill will be first, because then we can make our fish into fish oil for even more money, maybe. Something like that could be. I don't know. We're just gonna have to find out. We need more money. We need that wagon to sell for monster cash is what we really need. What else is going on? Oh, I have decided that I am going to do things a lot more efficient this season. I think I have not mulched anything or plowed anything or done any or put oilseed radish in yet. Ooh, that has to be done in October though. That's fine. Oh, October's going to be a big month. Oh boy, I got a lot of work to do now that I think about it. Because all the oilseed radish has to get put in October. You can't put it in November. Oh wow. Okay, things just are coming into thoughts right now. I might be pulling an all-nighter here. We'll see. Make sure we can get all of our stuff done. Of course, two-day months. But yeah, I'm doing everything more efficient this time. So I'm going to get the cotton up, and then I'm going to start mulching everything, and then I'm going to put the oilseed radish in. I'm probably not going to plow yet. We usually plow right before we put the crops in. I think that's probably going to work out best this year. Anyways, considering October is crazy busy, I thought maybe I'd plow before, but I'm not going to. There's just going to be too much stuff going on this month. And we're already to the end of the soybean harvest. Here we are, the soybeans, the last little roll, the last little nugget. We got a half harvester full. Hopefully the fish don't take too many soybeans, but that's just something we're going to have to figure out. And we are going to put more soybeans in a field somewhere. I think I'm going to probably put them in this field again in the spring. And maybe we're going to look, and we're just going to pray, because right here, we're just going to pray that maybe a farmer puts soybeans into one of these fields and we'll buy it up. Or this one, honestly, would be good too. This is sugar beets. These should be harvested. Where did the sugar beets get harvested? This isn't our field, and we don't do sugar beets. But yeah, okay, they'll be harvested in October, November. I really want to get this field this winter, so we won't be waiting for it. We'll wait for them to come up. We won't steal that harvest from the owner. We'll let them have it, and then we're going to buy up this field and do the trees. Because I am worried that we're going to run out of tree farm wood. So, like I said, all right, let's do this the easy way. Let's put this into the. Oh, you know what? If we take the header off, I bet we can make it into the silo area. This is just going to the silo storage for the expansion. It's not going to take up much space anyways. Let's put this down, and that way we have more room in the silo. Oops, wrong button. This is the button. Then you hit Q. Snap in there, please. Yeah, good. I think we can do it. I think this is going to work. Can we pipe into the elevator? Maybe we can. Maybe we can't. I've done it before, so I know we can. Oh, the truck's in the way. Who parked the truck there? Hello? Who parked this truck here? I did. After I parked it here after I sold Smog Door. Right here. That's a good spot for you. We can still make it through the hayloft. And good. All right, here we are. Boink. And don't turn the track. Every time I get into the tractor or the combine, I hit the engine button, and I shouldn't. Here we go. I think we can get this in here. Pipe it over. Pipe it right through the. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to do it. In it goes. Yeah, see? I told you we could do it. That visual glitch didn't look like anything. We're going to not show you that again. I'm going to cut after this, and we're going to edit that part out. And I fold this back up. While we're here, let's take a look. Oh, that's beautiful. Soybeans going in. This is what our silos look like right now in the lower right. 98,000 barley, 36,000 sorghum, 29,000 of the long grain rice we harvested this year, and now 5,000 liters of soybeans. Boom. All right, I'm gonna get this thing out of here somehow, and yeah, then we're gonna meet you over. I don't know. I gotta take a look. Give me just a second. Ah, yes, of course, the sawmill. I usually have this on selling, but we need the cash, so I am putting the time in and making the extra cash by not having the stuff on selling. We are going to go to the warehouse with all this stuff, and you're not going to sit here and watch me do this the whole time, of course. That would be a lot of loading, but here you go. This is what I do right here. See how slick this is now, having it right close nearby like this? I should have done this a long time ago. Having it right here. We'll put this wall on, and there's one more wall back there. Not sure if we'll get that one on this time. We'll see how this all ends up, but I'm just going to continue on. Ooh, let's strap this on. Boink. We're good to go there. And yeah, I'm just going to continue on doing this, and we'll see you when the trailer is full. 95.8%. If you've been paying attention lately, you may be wondering why all of a sudden are we doing all this lumber stuff. And as I've already said, we're loading this stuff up because we get more money for it when we sell it like this, as opposed to just putting the production on selling. I bring this up because I'm not saying I'm really enjoying this all that much. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I throw some music on and just do this. Like, I don't even really think about too much anymore on this. I just kind of throw some music on and do it. But it has been fun, and I noticed this right away. There is a satisfaction to actually seeing the products that you are building with all that deadwood and all the tree farming that we're doing. So in that respect, it is nice to see all this. Like, I'm doing this daily. Almost daily, monthly at least. I'm getting almost a truckload of wood every month. So the sawmill is doing stuff. It's just lately it's been behind the scenes because especially once the playground was done, we just started putting it on selling. So it's been enjoyable to see the actual products we're making. I haven't seen a prefab wall in a long, long time. We put those on selling a long time ago. They take up a good amount of room on the truck, don't they? Yes, they do. So we're going to do this. We're going to put this one on. So here's my process, in case you don't know, which maybe you do, maybe you don't. Kind of stack them 3 tall. When they get taller than that, they get to be a little bit squirrely, so I'll do 3 tall. I don't like where that one's sitting. Let's move it back a little bit. There we go. Make sure it doesn't fall off. When it falls off, it's absolute tragedy. It takes a long time to recover from these things falling off. And, ooh, this is a tighty. This is tight. Oh, boy. So then I go like this, and we'll put the back edge right up against the edge of the trailer. Here we go. And then what I do is when we have 2 stacks of 3 on there, those are in the spot they're going to live in, so I'll tie them down so they don't move anywhere else. And I think what we're going to do is we already have, another little planky spawned over here. Let's grab these 3 plankies we got. One here, one there, and one on the other end. And we're just going to go throw these on the end and call it good is the plan. And then we're going to go sell them. Oh, I didn't see there's 2 little plankies right here. I probably could have just gotten these 2 real quick. That's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave the rest of these and let the sawmill fill up again. That is not even close to a straight stack. Not even close. I'm not too picky, but that would have fallen over for sure. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Let's straighten out our deal. Let's get them even on the forks. Throw them in there. And I think what we're going to do after this, I'm committed. I don't know if I should be committed, but I am. To seeing that stinking wagon being built this episode, and I want to do cotton next episode. I'm committed, but I may lose my commitment. We'll see. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start mulching all the other fields that have already been harvested, which is all of them except for the cotton field. And then we can bring the mulcher down to the cotton field, and it's still efficient because I'm not really changing out implements. I am just doing things in a different order because the cotton harvester obviously doesn't use one of the tractors, so that's my plan. I don't know if it's a good one or not. I think it is. But maybe what we're going to do is we'll get the cotton started this episode, and next episode we'll finish the cotton and move into selling season. That might be what happens here just because of silly wagons. Maybe. Either way, we're going to the warehouse with this beast. All right. I always do that when I get in the tractor or the semi-truck. Unstrap it all and restrap it down. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Good to go. And we are off. Before we get too far here and sell all this, I do want to show you this, and maybe it's changed, so I want to look at it first here. Felonious Little Red Cochette. We've got planks long. We can only take 3,000 liters, so I'm going to sell all these. We'll for sure be able to keep up with the sawmill with the long planks. We can sell all of them on this load. That was kind of my thinking. And go from there right around the corner here. Yes. You like my semi-truck driving? I'm not too bad. I should be playing ATS, American Truck Simulator? Maybe? Okay, we're not going to get all into one, but that's fine. We were at 380-something thousand. So we made 50. No, we made more than that. 435 we're at. All right. The money's coming up a little bit. I'm feeling better. We've got a lot to go still. We've got a little red cochette, of course, to sell real soon. And it's coming into selling season. So we have 435, and we're just now getting into selling season. So I'm feeling better about where we're at going into the expansion on November 4th. It's just a matter of getting through selling season by November 4th, and I think we can do it. I'm going to hit this hard today, and I might record 2 episodes today before I hit the road tomorrow. And this is in the past for you guys. You're probably seeing this on Thursday maybe is when this episode comes out. I'm not sure. We'll have to just see how everything goes. But here, all right, so let's do this. I'm going to check on the little red cochette again. Make sure we're not getting too close to 99%. And I'm going to get the mulcher with the case. Can the Vultra pull that? Let's try pulling it with the Vultra. Let's do a little experimentation. How about that? We'll try pulling it with the Vultra to save a little bit of cash on the gas and the maintenance on the case. I don't like to use the case if I don't have to. It costs a lot of money to run that thing, so let's do it. 96.1%. So it is going up ever so slowly. Well, the mulcher is listed at 270 horsepower, and the Vultra we have is 271 horsepower. So, we're hitting our own decoration again. Oh, the decorations are just in the best spot. I love the look of this. Functionality-wise, decorating, I maybe haven't done the best. That's the first time I've ever hit that decoration, though. Let's start in the soybean field. Let's get that all mulched up and ready to go for oilseed radish. No, now to think about it, soybean. If we're doing soybeans in this field again, we don't want to oilseed radish this field. Soybeans take no nitrogen at all, so there you go. Let's plan on that. We're gonna mulch it, and this field will be done for the year. Does it need plowing? That's the question. We didn't look at that yet. Soil composition, and it says it's already mulched. Oh, because I sprayed the soybean dust everywhere. So that's already mulched. That's good. I'll do it just to get this. Why not? We got time. That's weird. I have time to kill in October. I just got done saying it's busy, but here we are. Nope, doesn't need to be plowed. So here we go. I'll just polish this off with the mulcher. I'll just go. You can see where we need to mulch, so I'll just mulch over that stuff. How about that? Let's do it together. Boom, down it goes. You can see where the soybean nastiness was. Oh my gosh, do not mulch in the canola. For Pete's sake, man, don't mulch the canola. Here we are. And one last little nugget right here. I think I missed just a little bit right over here. Let's go this way around. Yeah. Oh, because we got to mulch the spinach in as well, I believe. Let's look. There's not much mulching to do with this stuff. This guy would need a big mulch because of the barley we did the straw. Let's take this plowing off. Oh, my goodness. Let's take these weeds off. Oh, yeah. Lots of mulching to do in the spinach field. So let's get into that right across the street here and be on our way. And just, again, we're keeping an eye on the wagon. Don't you worry. We're going to see it. We're going to be right there at 99%. I'm going to sit there once it gets up to like 99%. I'm just going to sit up there and wait for it and record and hope for the best. Here's the big test for the Vultra going up the hill with the mulcher. Slows down just a little bit. Not too bad. Yeah, we're good. I'm pleased with this. Saving gas, saving maintenance costs, using the Vultra on the mulcher. Perfect. Here's the headlands on the spinach field being mulched. And then we're off to green beans, I believe. Let's get the next line up and take a look at the map. Green beans for sure need to be mulched. I'm curious about the long grain rice because the soybeans obviously got a mulching layer because of the... Let me get this little corner here. I don't know if I got this little corner here. Let's get back and get it. Good, there we are. And we are off on our line on the headland. Perfect. And let's go this way. How does this look? Oh, maybe we can get away with just visually looking at that and getting those little spots there. For sure, this needs to be fully mulched. So we're not spending a lot of time doing this. Maybe we're going to be getting into the cotton harvest. I refuse to leave this episode until the wagon is built. I refuse. Here we go. We can see these little guys right here. You can see the triangles. This is hail damage here. That doesn't need to be mulched. It was mulched by mail. By mail? Mulched by hail. So we don't need to worry about that. And it looks like we've got some right here we got to get. I mean, that was a little bit of hail right there, but there's this guy. Oop, yep, and two over there. Am I being super picky and silly about this? Oh, yeah. There's no reason. I'm getting I'm probably spending more money on the gas to bring this implement over here and mulch than I am by finishing this up. But this is just the way I roll. You know it. You've been watching me. You know how this goes. But now look at, we got different textures, so that's nasty. But we're going to put oilseed radish in this and in real soon. So and maybe we can start doing that, I guess. So we can keep the cotton for next time, because the case doesn't need to do anything until oilseed radish anyways, because the cotton, we'll use the John Deere to pull the bales into the rope maker, and we'll talk more about that next episode. When we get into the cotton, we'll talk about the theories that I have for what I want to do, what goes where, things like that. All right, so there, we're fully mulched. We are fully mulched. Still tramline business. Oh, that's outside of our field. Our field probably goes right there. It's just as weird. Okay, green bean field, and then I guess we'll start throwing some oilseed radish in. The last swipe of the green bean field. There's a little stripe over there, but it's already mulched because that's where the debris from the green beans fell. It was on that little stripe. It just worked out that way. So that's all mulched up. We're mulched up over here. We're just going to live with weeds in our field because we don't want to put oilseed radish in that pea field because peas don't require nitrogen. So that's that, as well as the soybeans. So we're going to put oilseed radish here and there. And the cotton field, once that's all harvested up, we will do that. This vehicle needs to be sent down to the cotton field, speaking of, for when that's all harvested up. This is going to be the next step down there, so might as well just send it. And we'll get the case on the oilseed radish for the year. We need to get that done in October. I've done that mistake many, many times, thinking I'll just do it in November. You can't plant oilseed radish in November. For those of you that aren't aware of oilseed radish restrictions, this guy is going to go set destination. By the way, that tractor is okay. We'll just send it right there. We'll move it out of the way once we get down there. That Vulture was okay with the mulcher. Oh, that's right, because we're good. Okay. It struggled on the hills a little bit. It's not too bad though. It's probably worth the maintenance costs not happening and things like that. Still 96.3. Before I mulched the long grain rice, it said 96.3 and still says 96.3. Come on, man. Come on, wagon builder. I have a feeling that if there's some kind of a ceremony when we build one, or an animation or something like that, I'm guessing it comes out this way, but I could be wrong. I don't know. We have one here, but this one's already finished. And maybe this one rolls out once the other one's finished. I don't know. I'm just going to keep chugging along. Well, I already messed up. I said I wasn't going to do oilseed radish because this is going to be soybeans. But here we are. There's just no way that I am going to do 2 swipes of oilseed radish and look at this all winter long. There is no way. So we're going to... I'm just going to finish this. That's okay. We're burning time now anyways, right? I mean... Okay, I'm not going to do the pea field, though. Don't do the pea field, man. Still says 96.3. I have a feeling that it goes up. It doesn't go up by percentage points. I have a feeling it goes up at the top of the hour. So let's go at 11 o'clock just to make sure. It's only going to go up a percentage point, right? So it's going up to like 97.3, maybe 98. It won't go up to 99, so maybe in a couple hours she'll be done. Let's check it out. Let's check out the theory. And at the top of the hour at 11 o'clock here, we'll meet you at the Wagon Builder, a.k.a. Thelonious Little Red Coachette. 2 minutes to go till the top of the hour. Still says 96.3. So I guarantee at the top of the hour, it's going to go up to 98%. I'm not guaranteeing that number. I'm guaranteeing it's going to go up at the top of the hour here in a minute and a half. And we'll see how many percentage points it does per hour. And that's going to help us determine when we need to come back. How about that? This is good, though. It's good science. And, yeah, I'm going to stop talking for a second, and we'll see what this percentage pops up to. All right, we're getting close. It's not a minute. I got to remember, this is on double time, so it's actually 30 seconds. Okay, we're getting close here. The top of the hour, we're at 96.3. Where are we? It better be at least 97%. There goes the wage payment. Still says 96.3. Hello? Oh, boy. All right, let's go away and come back. 96.3. Oh, no. Why does this work? When does the percentages go up? Oh, I want to be here when it finishes, but now I am nervous. All right, Oh, I thought I got in for a second there. I thought I got in. You can't get in there. I don't know why you can't get in there, but you can. All right. Keep doing the field work, I guess. Spinach field is done. On to the green bean field. Green bean oilseed radish is complete. On to the long grain rice field. Oilseed radish. Let's take a quick commercial break here and sell our Thelonious Little Red Coachette. What do we got? 96.4. Are you serious? 0.1. Oh, no. It went up 0.1. Is this one of those deals where it's going to go it's going to stall out on like 30%, like a Windows update, and then all of a sudden, it's like 2 hours to get to 30% and then 15 minutes to get the rest finished? I made up those times, but you know what I'm saying. It went up 0.1. All right, so I guess, I got more fuel. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, my gosh. Maybe we're not going to see this today, but maybe we will. Maybe this will be next episode. Oh, my gosh. I've strung you along this far. I'm just going to keep working. I have a plan. We're going to do something that I don't do. It goes against the rules, but I think it's going to be worth it just so we can see the wagon being built and see if there's a little ceremony or something. Not ceremony, you know what I mean? It just is going to come out of the thing and it's going to do something. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen any of this at all on any videos, so I have no idea what's going to be. I have no idea how much money it's going to be, but what we're going to do, I'm going to finish this oilseed radish. I'm going to get these tractors down to the cotton field. And what we're going to do is, instead of sleep, we're going to go up to the wagon builder, and I'm going to fast forward time until it's done. Hopefully it's done before sleepy time. I don't know how that's going to work, but I think we're going to do that. And we're not fast forwarding time for other reasons other than just this one time I want to see if something happens up at the wagon builder when the wagon is built. I don't think it will, but we're going to try. And maybe what I'll do is I'll save the game right before we do it. And if we miss it on one side, we can reload the game. And like, I have a feeling that the wagon goes out the top part, but maybe it'll go out the bottom part. So we'll look at the top part to see if something happens up there. And if it doesn't, and it looks like something happened at the bottom part, we can reload the game and see that again. How about that? Is this too much for a wagon builder? Nothing going to happen? 100%. 100% nothing's going to happen with that thing, but I just want to make sure we see it once at least. So that's my plan. We're going to get the oilseed radish in. I'm going to get the thing down. We're going to meet up. The next time you see me, I'm going to be up at the wagon builder, and we're going to fast forward some time. Well, it's raining, and we went up 0.1% again. You can see it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I think what we need to do is I just saved the game, and we're going to sleep till tomorrow and see what happens. If this thing goes, then it goes. I want to be here to see if there's like a little animation or something. But it is going so slow right now. Let's see what happens. I've done some woodwork. I ran the horses. I finished the oilseed radish, of course. So there's been a lot of... I moved some product off of there onto there, and all this stuff has happened. Let's start out nice and early, though. How about that? Let's start out at 6 in the morning and see what happens. And if it goes, it goes. We'll see how much it is, and then we will reload the game and try the other way with going into the... going and doing the speed thing. Sorry. I can't. Words are hard. They are. So we were at 456,000 and 442,000. So it's still... it still hasn't gone. Let's see where we're at. Visit. And we're at 97.3. Oh, man. So I definitely have to get into the cotton. This is unfortunate. I think we got to call it here. I can't keep going on this episode. I got to go to cotton and get into the next episode. Oh, my gosh. I feel awful for dragging everybody along in this episode. Let's get in the light here. There we go. Let's do one more thing. Let's go to 8 o'clock. Let's just go to 8 o'clock. I don't think it's going to do anything. I feel so bad about this. But that is the way it goes. Let's go to 8 o'clock, and that's all I can do. I do need enough time to get the cotton up off the field and oilseed radish into this field, of course, too. So let's see. We're still at 442,000. It's not even getting 98%. You would think I know where it is by now. Visit. Yeah, oh my gosh. 2 hours and it went up barely. Man, it might not even be next episode. So I want to apologize. I thought for sure we'd be getting to it today. But alas, we cannot. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I am going to completely change my idea for the title and I'll even put it in the title. No wagon today. So anyways, I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you in the next episode.